Hello friends, Radhe Radhe, welcome to Gopala Education Hub. So in this video I will discuss illustration 4 of chapter 11 CA Inter Advanced Accounting, Financial Statement of Companies. In the previous video I have discussed illustration number 3. In this video I am going to discuss illustration number 4. Okay, so let's start. You are required to prepare a statement of P&L and balance sheet from the following trial balance extracted from the books of the International Hotels Limited on 31st March 2002. So the trial balance is given us, and we have to prepare P&L and the balance sheet. So let's first of all we see the balances given. These are the balances. So first of all we will prepare the P&L, because P&L balance we need it in the balance sheet while calculating the reserves and surplus. So first of all we will see the P&L. So here we have a P&L given, and statement of P&L of the International Hotels Limited for the year ended. Keep it in mind always that it is for the year ended. Okay, I have discussed this concept in my earlier video, so keep it in mind always that profit and loss is for the year. So first of all, revenue from operations, and then other income. We have this format of P&L. First heading is revenue from operation, then other income, total income, and then expenses. We reduce it from the total income, and then we will find out the profit for the period. Okay, so here we have given the balances which we will transfer to the P&L first of all. So let's see. First of all we need revenue from operations. So in revenue from operations, main sales or the main revenue generating activity will come in. So here we have given the sales. Here see sales: wine, cigarettes, cigars, etc., and the food. So this will be the total revenue from operation. And let's see in the note number 9. See, here we have been given the note number 9 here. Revenue from operations: sale of products, wine, cigarettes, cigars, food. Okay, and also the company is selling its services also. Services in the form of renting of rooms, billiards, miscellaneous receipts. Okay, but these are the miscellaneous receipts, so it will come into the other income, and it's a revenue main operation. Because a hotel, first of all we need to identify the activity of the client. Okay, like which activity the business is involved in. So here it is the International Hotels Limited, and you know from the hotels it is the foodstuffs, it is served there, and they earn the income from that. And also they have mentioned here the wine, cigarettes, cigars, etc. So the hotels income is from these two sources, and also in hotels they give the rooms on the rent. Okay, so they have a income from the rent of rooms and billiards. So total income they have mentioned here in the note is this, and both income aggregate to 179,700. Okay, so this is the main revenue from operations. And then we have a other income. That is other income. So other income we have a miscellaneous receipts. Okay, and discount receipts and transfer fees. So these three income we have in the other income. Okay, so let's see any other income they have given us. No, they have not given any other income. Okay, they have not given any other income. So we will take these income, other income, as a 700 transfer fees, miscellaneous receipts, discount received. Okay, so this 6800, this is the total income. It will come into the P&L as a revenue from operations, other income, in note number 9 and 10 we have seen here. So total amount of income is 1,86,500. Okay, so now we will come into the expenses part. Okay, so let's come into the expenses part. In the expenses, first expenses we take here is the cost of material consumed. So we see the note number 11 here. And one more thing here, it is that see, cost of material consumed, here we have given the purchases. First of all, we have given the purchases, we have given the inventory also, we have given the inventory also. This is the opening inventory, this is opening inventory, and this is a closing inventory, this is a closing inventory. Okay, this is opening inventory and this is a closing inventory. So now let's move to calculate the cost of material consumed. Cost of material consumed is opening inventory. First of all, they have taken separately here. Actually, in the notes they have taken the separately. We can take together also, but actually one point to be discussed here important is that they have taken cost of material consumed is the separate heading, and purchases of inventory in trade and changes in inventory. Generally we take two things, like first of all cost of material consumed and change in inventories, but here they have taken purchases of inventory in trade separate, and changes in inventory of finished goods, work in process, and inventory in trade separately. Okay, so first of all we take the cost of material consumed, how much the material we have consumed and what is the cost of that material. So how we will calculate the cost of material consumed? We will calculate the cost of material consumed. Let's see, we have given the opening inventory, we have given the opening inventory, we have given the closing inventory, and we do some purchases during the year. So let's find out how much we consumed out of it. Like हमने, मान लो हमारे पास 100 रुपये का माल पड़ा था, ठीक है, और हमने परचेज किया उससे 2000 का माल, ठीक है, एंड नाउ वी हैव remaining stock is 500. Okay, so 100 is in the beginning, 2000 we purchased, and 500 remains still. So how much we have consumed? How much we have consumed? 2100 out, less कर देंगे, out of 2100 we will deduct the 500. So we have consumed the 1600. This is the normal principle, or this is the calculation criteria for the cost of material consumed. So here we here what see the what is mentioned in the notes. They have mentioned about the, first of all, the foodstuffs. So they have mentioned the foodstuffs. We can do it in another way also, but as per the format they have done it, so we will go into that way also. So first of all, मैं एक alternate answer भी आपको दिखा दूंगी. First of all, we will do in this way as per the study material solution. So cost of material consumed, opening inventory, we have given the 5260. See here, see 5260. So they have mentioned here 5260. And then purchases during the year, we have given the purchases during the year this much, 36,200. See here, and and closing inventory is, how much is the closing inventory? 16,400. So they have mentioned here 16,400. So this is the cost of material consumed, this is the cost of material consumed. of a food stuff part. This is this food stuff part. ठीक है. Now we come on the next note, that is the cost of material consumed, or sorry, they have taken the purchase of inventory in trade. So here we have they have calculated the purchases and the changes in inventory of finished goods here as a separately of only the wines and cigarettes, because actually the reason for this is that uh, food stuff they are considering as a material consumed. Okay, maybe it is not their main purpose. Okay, it is not their main purpose to serve only the food, because generally in hotel it is served as an secondary item. Maybe for their business, maybe it can be a secondary item, or maybe it can be a you know they have a considered as a cost of material consumed. Let I give you example. Maybe I will explain it in just 1 second. लाइक क्या होता है कि होटल्स के अंदर कई बार जो हम मटेरियल होता है ना, रॉ मटेरियल होता है, ठीक है, वो रॉ मटेरियल यूज़ होता है ना, जो फूड स्टफ्स को उस तरीके से कंसीडर किया गया है यहाँ पे, इसलिए उन्होंने इसको अलग से कैलकुलेट करा है उसके अंदर एज ए कॉस्ट ऑफ मटेरियल कंज्यूम्ड. एंड लेकिन जो इन वाइन्स है, सिगरेट्स है, सिगार्स एंड दे आर द फिनिश गुड्स, दे आर फिनिश गुड्स एंड वर्क इन प्रोसेस एंड इन्वेंटरी ट्रेड, उसमें उन्होंने उसको करा है. बट हम क्या कर सकते हैं, हम इसको सेपरेटली भी कर सकते हैं, और हम उसको जो हमारा एक स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्मेट है जिसमें हम परचेजेस अलग ना मेंशन करके हम उसके अंदर चेंजेस भी कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं, ठीक है, क्योंकि उसके अंदर भी आ जाएगा वो. But better to go in this way because study material is suggesting a very good way. This is the best way because you are calculating the separately. Okay, so first of all we will see the purchases. Here they have given the separate note for the purchases. So purchases are, how much is the purchases? Purchases are 45,800. ठीक है, these are the purchases. So purchases they have mentioned separately. Now changes in inventory. Changes in inventory, opening minus closing, simple. So opening inventory is given opening inventory is given 12,800 and closing inventory is given 22,500. Okay, so opening is less and closing is more, so this is the 9,700. Okay, so they have mentioned it as a 9,700 and purchases separately. So we will transfer it to the P&L account. See here, they have mentioned purchases of inventory in trade as a 45,800 purchases here, and they have changes in inventory as a 9,700 because they have mentioned is in negative sign. What is the reason for that? The reason for that is कि ओपनिंग इनकी लेस है, क्लोजिंग इनकी ज़्यादा है. तो क्या हुआ है, मतलब उन ओपनिंग था उनके पास, क्लोजिंग और बच गया, तो बाकी क्या है, बाकी परचेजेस ही है ना उनकी, ठीक है. तो दैट्स वाई उन्होंने परचेजेस को इन्होंने क्या किया है कि फिर से इन्होंने, मैं बताती हूँ इन्होंने ना क्या किया है इन्होंने बच्चों के साथ मजाक किया है, सीधा सिंपल मजाक कर रखा है इन्होंने बच्चों के साथ, ठीक है. अगर हम एक ऑलरेडी नेगेटिव, मतलब एक चीज़ है, मान लो हम डिडक्ट करने वाली चीज़ है, ठीक है, उसमें अगर हम, इन्होंने सिर्फ इसको सेपरेट दिखाने के लिए कहा है, मैंने तुम बताया ना कि सेपरेट दिखाने के लिए दे हैव डन इट. इफ़ यू आर मतलब जैसे कि यहाँ पॉजिटिव है, देन रिडक्शन की अमाउंट्स है, ठीक है. अगर इस रिडक्शन की अमाउंट में अगर हम इसको नेगेटिव यहाँ पे डाल देंगे, ठीक है, नेगेटिव डाल देंगे हम इसको, ऐसे ये नेगेटिव साइन डाल देंगे हम इसको, ठीक है. और उसके बाद हम अगर ये बोले कि ये नेगेटिव साइन डालने के बाद हम क्या करेंगे, इसको ये क्या हो जाएगा, ऐड ही हो जाएगा ना. अगर नेगेटिव वाली साइड में अगर हम इस नेगेटिव साइन को फर्दर नेगेटिव डाल देंगे तो वो क्या माना जाएगा, वो एडिशन ही तो माना जाएगा ना एट लास्ट। सो ये टोटल परचेजेस कितनी है, टोटल परचेज ही ये इतनी है कि 9700 प्लस 45,800, ठीक है। अगर हम इनको इकट्ठा करते हैं, जैसे बताती हूँ मैं कि ओपनिंग इन्वेंट्री 12,800, ये लेस करते हम इसको, अगर हम इसमें बीच में ऐड कर देते परचेजेस को तो भी आंसर सेम ही आना है। ओके, सो यू कैन डू इन दिस way also and you can do in this way also, but answer will be the same and answer there will be no change in the answers. Okay, so this is the solution they have given here. And now the employee benefit expenses, we will take the employee benefit expenses as this. Employee benefit expenses, in the employee benefit expenses we have given what are the expenses, wages and salaries, and also we have given here the outstanding wages also. So we have two wages and salaries 28,300 and outstanding wages 1280. So we will take the total of the amount and see here in the notes. In the notes we have given the total amount. See here, 29,580 total of employee benefit expenses, outstanding plus expense. So this is the total they have given. So these all are employee benefit expenses. Now the finance cost. Now this next expense is finance cost. What is the finance cost? Let's see in the trial balance given to us. So find out. We have authorized preference capital, equity capital, any interest on the loans. Note here, see here, debentures, we have given the debentures and there is interest on the debentures. So 2 lakh, on the 2 lakh there is a 6%, that is a 12,000, and any other loan, or sorry, any other interest on loan, no. So here we have mentioned the 12,000. Okay, so 2 lakh 2 lakh into 6% is 12,000. So 12,000 is mentioned here as a finance cost. Now the other expenses, we will take all other expenses in this head. So all other expenses, what are those other expenses? Rent rates and taxes, laundry, coal and firewood, carriage and college, sundry expenses, advertising, repairs, and all these we have already taken. Any other expenses here? This is the inventory part, this is assets part, this is cash, this is for preliminary and formation expenses, this is P&L, trade payable, receivable, investment, goodwill, general reserve. So these are all the expenses. We will take rent, rate, taxes, laundry. Let's check what they have other. We have taken all the expenses given in the answer. So rent rates and taxes, coal and firewood, laundry, yes, laundry, and carriage and college, repairs. So we have taken all. Advertising, they have made a separate head, selling and administrative expenses in the other expenses head also. So advertising, sundry expenses, yes, sundry expenses here it is given, sundry expenses and preliminary expenses written off. So these are the expenses. Preliminary expenses 8,000, here it is given 8,000. So they have taken here all the expenses, other expenses, and now we will take the depreciation and amortization expense. So let's calculate the depreciation, and the depreciation information we have given here is first of all we have given the assets, that is land and building, and then furniture and fittings, and furniture and fittings, land and building, and any other assets we have given, no, here it is investment, goodwill, general reserve. So and rates we are given as a 5%, furniture and fittings and land and building at a 2%. Okay, so we will calculate the depreciation at 5%, furniture and fittings, and building 2%. So how much is the depreciation they have calculated? Let I show you. See here, they have calculated the depreciation as a land and building, furniture and fittings as this much, 21,315. Okay, so this much is the amount, 21,315. Okay, so this is the depreciation and amortization expense which they have mentioned in the P&L account. So this is the 1,64,255, all the expenses. So after deducting the expenses from the income, we come to the profit amount is 22,245. So this is the all, and you can check once on yourself while solving the solution, and I hope you will be able to understand. So this is the profit amount we get after calculating the after deducting the expenses from the income of the company. So now move to the balance sheet. In the balance sheet, we have first head is equity and liabilities. What is the head? Equity and liabilities. So equity and liabilities first, and then in equity and liabilities part we have three heads, further head, subhead, that is shareholders fund, non-current liabilities, current liabilities. Okay, and in shareholders fund we have a share capital, reserves and surplus. Here we are given two types of capital: share capital, that is preference share capital, and also the equity share capital. So let's calculate first the equity share capital. And the equity share capital is given to us is let's see in the trial balances. Let's see in the trial balance, we have given the equity share capital. Authorized capital is in 5,000. This is the preference share capital, divided into 5,000 preference share capital and 10,000 equity share capital. So the authorized capital is 10,000 equity share and the 5,000 preference share capital. That is a 5 lakh amount of preference and 10 lakh of equity share capital. But subscribed capital is a 5,000 preference share, means all have been subscribed in the preference share case. But in equity case, equity share capital we have 8 lakh 5,000. And the information is given about that in additional information. So in additional information we have given that equity capital of 1st April is 7,20,000, that is 6,000 shares fully paid and 2,000 shares 60 paid. So they have a issued capital of 6,000 and also 2,000, but on 2,000 this 6,000 shares are fully paid. Okay, they have totally paid up, but in 2,000 shares they have 60 paid up, but they will make a call of 40 rupees. Okay, or 40 rupees per share on 1st of October, means in the half year they will make a call of rupees 40 per share. But a shareholder could not pay the call on 100 shares, and shares were forfeited and reissued at rupees 90 per share as fully paid. The directors declared a dividend of 8% equity share on 2nd April 2002. We are preparing the balance sheet in the P&L for the 31st March 2002. So it is after the year, so it is irrelevant for us about the dividend. So we will not consider it here. So okay, we will consider this part here also, because in this case I will mention about that on the 100 shares they have called the 40 rupees. Okay, so the shareholder need to pay the 4,000 rupees, but he didn't pay. What they did, they forfeited rupees 60 and they are reissued at rupees 90 per share. So how much is the benefit for the company? They should receive the 4,000, but they have received rupees 9,000, that is 90 into 100 shares. So the benefit is 5,000, and this benefit will go to the capital reserves, okay, or the general reserve, but generally it went to capital reserves. Okay, so this is the total adjustment of, because but the capital total is 8,000 and 6,000 and 2,000, because they have made the last call of 40 rupees. So total capital issued is 8,000. That's why they have mentioned here is in the capital account capital note, that is 8 lakh 5,000. In the balance it is given as a 8 lakh 5,000. 8 lakh 5,000. How much is the 8 lakh 5,000? Why? Because 5,000 is the amount of which they have received extra on the forfeited share. Okay, like 6,000 plus 2,000 into 100, that is 8 lakh, and 5,000 extra amount they have received, that is 5,000. So that's why it amounted to 8 lakh 5,000. So we will bifurcate into the different capital structure here. Just like here in the notes they have mentioned authorized, issued and subscribed, and then they have 8 lakh and Now because they have mentioned the 8,05,000 in the trial balances, but we will transfer the 5,000 to which account? To capital reserve account. It will not go to the capital, it will not be added to the capital account. Okay, so now preference share capital is a 5 lakh. It is all issued. So this is finished the share capital part, that is 13 lakh total. 8 lakh and the 5 lakh, that is 13 lakh. Done with it. Now we come into the reserves and surplus part. In the reserves and surplus part, we will calculate the P and L also. So we have given the general reserve of 2 lakh first of all, and then we have given any profit for the year. Yes, P and L account, that is 41,500. So total is 41,500 for the current year. Current year, how much is the 22 lakh 245. 245 we have taken it from the P&L account. So this is this much, and 2 lakh of the general reserve. So this will be the total. Let's see how much they have taken in the notes to accounts. Just a second. Yes, reserves and surplus. Capital reserve 5,000. I have already discussed this adjustment with you. General reserve 2 lakh, and the surplus P&L account is 63 lakh 74,745. Okay, so total amount is 2 lakh 68,745. Okay, so now long term borrowings. Next is non-current liabilities. So non-current liabilities. In the non-current liabilities, we have a long-term borrowings. In the long-term borrowings, we have a debentures. We have a debentures, and no loan is given here. I think yes, we have given the debentures of 2 lakh. Any other loan? No, I think not. Yes, no loan is given. You can check on your behalf also. So debenture is only 2 lakh. So here it is mentioned the 2 lakh. Got it? Now current liability. In current liability, we have a trade payables. Here we have a trade payables of 42,000, and any other loan of a small nature, any other liability of small nature, of a short term nature given. Let's see. No. Other current liabilities they have given. Trade payables 42,000, trade receivable this much, investment this, goodwill at cost, general reserve 2 lakh. Yes, they have given the wages and salaries outstanding. This is the current liability also. Okay, this is the current liability also. So let's see. In the trade payables, they have mentioned yes, this we done with it. Now trade payables are given stand for 42,000. Okay, so it is here. Now wages and salaries outstanding, that is a 1280. I have already mentioned. And interest on debentures. Yes, they have taken the interest on debentures as a liability. Maybe they didn't paid it, or they are considering as a liability still. Okay, so 12,000. Generally debenture interest is paid during the year or at the end of the year, but here they are showing as it is a liability, maybe due to date factor or any other factor. So they are considering as an interest on debentures. So total amount of other current liability is 13,280 rupees. Okay, so total amount of equity and liability side of balance sheet is 18,24,025. Okay, now we come into the non-current assets part. Non-current assets, we have a 2 assets, that is a freehold land and building, and the furniture and the fixtures, and we will mention after the depreciation. Simply 2 assets we are given with non-current assets, PPE. In the PPE we will mention the 2 assets total. And in intangible assets, we have given as a goodwill at a cost of 5 lakh. So it will come directly as a 5 lakh. And in the PPE, I show you how they have calculated. So let's see here. 8,50,000 minus depreciation, furniture fittings minus depreciation. So total amount is this one. So they have a transferred here this much. Now non-current investments, yes, they have given us the investments also. These are the non-current in nature, 2,72,300. So they have mentioned this amount also non-current investments, because it is of a big amount, and it is of a generally what is the assumption? Generally assumption is that it will be long term nature, other if otherwise not mention anything about that. Okay, so this is the total of non-current assets. Now current assets, in current assets we have a inventory, we have a trade receivables, we have a cash and bank balances. So first of all we do the cash and bank balances. We have given the two cash and bank balances, that is 2200 and this one total. Okay, so this is the cash and bank balances. And now we have a trade receivable. In trade receivable directly we have given the 19260, so this amount will come into the 19260. Okay, now inventories, in inventories we have a closing inventories of this amount. Okay, this amount 22,500, 16,400. So this is the total is 00983. Okay, so 38,900, this is the total. So we are done with it. So total amount is 18,24,025. So because it is a long illustration, you can check once on your behalf also, and I hope you will understand. And let I repeat, because video thoda lamba ho jayega is wajah se, let I do it very fast in way that we have prepared a balance. We have prepared first of all the P&L. In the P&L we have taken the revenue from operation, other income and expenses. We have taken all. ये आप adjustment खुद इकट्ठा भी कर सकते हो, बट यहाँ पे separately mention की गई है, इन्होंने mention करी है separately. So it is up to you. गलत नहीं होगा कुछ भी, ठीक है ना? You can do on your behalf also, like in this way, like because it will be total purchases. Like in the deduction section you are mentioning in the negative, it means all it means also addition actually. So in the employment benefit expenses we have taken all wages outstanding considered also. In the finance cost we have taken the debenture interest. Other expenses we have calculated all the expenses. Depreciation we have given the 2%, 5% on the freehold furnitures and landed buildings, so we have taken that. So and the other incomes we have given the all billiard income and sorry, in the miscellaneous receipts we have given, and this transfer fees, discount received, this information we have given. So we have taken in the other income. And revenue from operations we have calculated the sales. Here we have given the total sales. So this is the P&L only. And in the balance sheet we have calculated the share capital. Their share capital, I have done one adjustment of forfeiture amount. 5,000 will go into the general reserves and surplus. Let I show you that adjustment capital reserve 5,000, general reserve is already given 2 lakh, and surplus profit for the current year and the balance from the previous year. So this amount total is reserves and surplus 2,68,745, and the capital will be 5 lakh preferential capital, and 8 lakh is equity capital. So now and then non-current liabilities we have a debentures only of the 2 lakh, and in current liabilities we have a trade payables and other current liabilities. So in the trade payables we have given the information directly, trade payables, and yes, 42,000, and then we have a other current liabilities of debenture and also outstanding wages. So total is 13,280. Now non-current assets part we have a PPE, two assets after depreciation we will put here, and then intangible assets directly given, investments are given directly amount. So this much amount is here. Now current assets, in the current assets we have inventory, trade receivables, cash and bank balances. Cash and bank balances we are given direct here, it is this amount total, and trade receivables we have given here 19,260, and then in inventories we have given the closing inventory of this much amount total. So that's it, it is the total of assets part. This is the total of the equity and liabilities part. We are done with the balance sheet. Okay, so I hope यहाँ पे इस बैलेंस इसमें और ज़्यादा कोई एडजस्टमेंट थी नहीं. So we are done with it, and now if you have any query, first do it in yourself also. If you have any query you can put in the comment box, and I will answer. So thank you so much, stay tuned, bye bye, radhe radhe.